Hello and welcome in, travelers. It is me again, Dashboard Devil, and we've got a busy thing to do today. Lots of stuff to do. First off, visiting a couple of old builds that it's just time to kind of let them go. I never got around to finishing them up, or they are just no longer relevant. And especially after Worlds and whatnot, I was going to turn this planet in. This was going to be the site of a kind of a big project. I wanted to make this a planet where there was going to be at least, say, 100. Never mind the party crasher there. I was gonna try to make at least 100 marked cargo pods, so travelers could come here and just traverse the planet and repair all of the cargo pods so that they could get extra storage slots in the backpack. So that was the plan for this. It never happened for one reason or another. The whole system was going to be a fun build. I've got there's a couple planets, a couple of bases up there, and it was going to be a big thing. But Worlds kind of foobarred everything, so that kind of got scrapped. And I'll just give you an overview of this build right here. It wasn't anything fancy. It was a much earlier kind of build. So what I was going to have here was to have all of the things necessary for you to repair all of the cargo pods. So it's going to have carbon, and I forget what all the other things are. And then, I had these micronized storage units. You had access to all of your storage. And yeah, so it was going to be a center where, you dial in, you land on the planet. There's plenty of landing pads. There's even one up here. And yeah, and then this is where you'd start your journey cruising around the planet to pick up all your cargo expansion slots. So I kind of need the room, and for that, since that's what we're gonna do, um, I'm just going to bring out my trusty oh, construction limit reached. Yeah, right. Start deleting a bunch of stuff. Which is why we need to delete this and another base. I thought I made some room earlier. There we go. There should have already been room made because I deleted a whole bunch from another base. But it seems it didn't take. Oh, I know what I need to do. Yeah, so let me collect all of this stuff from the last time. And then that'll be ready to go. I'll just come over here and all right, just one last look. I have archived this base, so if I ever wanted to use it or parts of it, or if I ever wanted to bring it back here, I could do that. And I'll probably leave a save beacon here. I still have other bases, like I said, up there. And I could always come back and do it again if I decide, or things change or whatever. It's still, it's a cool planet as far as infested paradises go. It's really cool. There's like butterflies here. There's beautiful blue water. The sky leaves a little something to be desired now with the yellow. But overall, it's still a really cool planet. All right. Yeah, so I've got it backed up. I've got the JSON file for that in case I ever need to doot it. There we go. It always feels weird deleting a whole ass base. Oh, okay. All right, let's go find us. Oh, right. I need to move it over there since it was on a landing pad, and the landing pad's no longer there. So there's the butterflies. Very cool, beautiful pink butterflies. Okay, so like there's some stuff over here. I don't know if it's gonna show. Let's go. We're here. Let's go take a look. Flourishing planet. This used to be a paradise, no longer a paradise. There are parts of the main base here that I want to save and export elsewhere. So, but that'll be at a later date. This was, so raspberry sorbet. It was a bioluminescent, that sort of raspberry-like color, basically. So this base right here belongs to my PlayStation save file. And then the rest of the base that's not, there's a whole other base over here that's not showing up because it's on a different PC save file. And this is all, so there's like this main road. Back that way is, you can just make it out. Back there is the portal, and there's this long sort of road lane, and then it continues on through here off toward the water, and then there's all kinds of buildings off of here, but that's a different save file, like I said. So here we are. We're going to just this might be revived later. If nothing else, it'll get saved and exported to another planet at another time. The planet is cool now, don't get me wrong. I like it, but during a storm it's really awful, and it just doesn't have the same vibe that I wanted it to have for this build. So this and the other base that you can't see right now is all going to get archived. Yeah. So let's go ahead and land here, and then there should be a terminus that we can use to go on to the next base to delete. This one will eventually get it, but I need to do some saving. first. Oh, I thought this one had a terminus. And I thought it was right here. This new dense overgrowth has really messed things up. I can't get back there right now. Alright. But hey, how's it going, Super Soft Drink? Welcome in. Glad you could be here. We're gonna go off into the wild blue. I already deleted one base today, just a little bit ago. And I'll just call in the freighter. Oh, too close to the planet still. I wish this planet was like its old self, but such is life. Sean did it. Sean did it. And the next base, what was the next base? Oh yeah, I know the next base. A few months ago I ended up spending like 3 hours cleaning out old bases and renaming things. Oh yeah, I still have so much of that left to do. It's a whole ass chore to do all the maintenance. But that's what makes it easier to build new stuff, to just get rid of the old stuff that isn't working anymore. And I'm so glad I made the switch to PC back when Origins happened, and that makes it just easier. Hello, Jason Moore. Welcome in. Well, hello from Portland. How is Portland today? Spring cleaning. Right, Super Soft Drink. Exactly. All right. So now we're going to go over to Sherbet Cove. Gorgeous. I like it. I like it. Went to Portland a few months ago. Very nice. Alright, so this planet used to be just utterly beautiful. The skies were incredible rainbows all through the sky. The horizon, there were some great color distortions. But now we got this. It's kind of a mess. The colors are pretty, but the planet itself, the water's ugly. It's just not what it used to be. This was one of the community centers for No Man's High, or one of the community builds. So I have archived this one. I'll give you a little view of the outside. I've got this little, you can hop down and get right into the Nomad. And there's a little, I'll show you a little tunnel. So you used to be able to go right through here. The water was lower level. And so you could like cruise through here like a little bat cave hideaway, you know, special exit. And then there's some fun caves over there. I never got around to finishing this base, and you know, like everything else, the planets got changed and it screwed everything up. And I want to eventually come back and do something. Yeah, definitely nice parking. I do want to do more with this and eventually I think I will. Oh, a couple of pieces end up getting deleted by accident. Looks like I enjoyed doing this build. I was trying to do like an interesting take on a pyramid, and just do something like wild and fun, and this came about. This is back. Everything is off kilter because the pieces didn't line up very well at all. They line up a little bit better, but still not 100%. And so we've got this little observation deck underneath the capstone, and it's a multi-layered structure. We've got split up into some rooms. We've got a little bedroom going here, fireplace, lockers. One of the lamps that I was playing with for a while. Takes a little minute to tweak everything just right, but you've got a nice little lamp. I never finished whatever I was trying to do with this. It just ended up sitting there. And then I made a shower stall with a little tub. You can't open it, but it looks cool. And then a bathroom. And you can actually sit down on it because there's a chair in there. And I never finished blocking that off so you couldn't see the chair part. And I also needed to countersink the that light table down a little bit more so it sat flush. um, so yeah, that's that room. And so the other side of that, like the shower is on the other side, and the shower and the bathroom is on the other side of that. So we'll head down and go to the next level. I was gonna make this like a huge seating area with a giant kitchen and stuff. Never got around to it. Got this room going on. Never finished this bedroom. It's just gonna put the big bed right there. It's got a second door to go out here. There's going to be a little seating area out here. So yeah, that was going to be it was going to be all split up into multiple bedrooms and fun. It's just like a big house, like so many of my builds. And then we got a walkway all the way around this level. And then again, this was going to be some kind of room back here. And I kept coming back here and I couldn't grasp I couldn't find the thread that was going to lead me on to the next section of the build and what I was going to do with that. And it just never came about. This was kind of fun, this sort of staircase. And like over here, I had started to like make it a little easier to walk in. You could do it without that, but that made it a lot easier. And so yeah, that's this base. Oh yeah, and then there's this bedroom right here. Just an odd shaped L shaped kind of thing. There's going to be like a smaller space. And then we go down to like the basement kind of area. Never finished anything with this. And then right back out to here. So it's all archived, like I said. come over here and delete it. Yeah, I was gonna do like other buildings over here, and there's like a bunch. There's several other bases that are really old. That were just kind of fun. There's like a couple of amusement park type rides and stuff like that. But you know, what can you do? Oh wait, need to set out my little harvesting base salvage capsule. Let's get everything out of there. Alright. And now, here we go. Oh, delete it. This is always like, it feels like a part of you is just like expiring. It's such a strange feeling. Like you put so much work into a thing, and then suddenly, oh, up and poisonous clouds. Great. So glad to leave this planet. I just do not like. I had cool fauna though. Like that's cool. Like that. I love that crazy blobby thing. Oh man. Crazy. Okay. My chat froze. I didn't think anybody was still here. Welcome in, Eric Matheson. Dorm room, I love it. Yeah, right, Jason. Fun base, sorry to see it go. Yeah. Ouch. Waiting for Oblivion remaster because crap internet. Ooh. And wasn't it like a massive amount of gigabytes from the original? Like that sounded ridiculous. Yeah. Like I hope it's worth all of that space that it's eaten up. Okay, next stop. We are off to let's see, where are we going to next? Yes, it is time to go visit the Queen at her former place, or soon to be former. 115 gigabytes. What? And you've got 33 of them. Oh. Yikes. So much yikes. Alright, so this used to be an amazing, amazing pink volcano planet. It, it took a long time for me to find this specific spot. There was a giant pink volcano here. All of the mountains were scraping the top of the atmosphere. You know, it's kind of like it is now, but they were much higher into the atmosphere, like literally at the base of those clouds, just scraping it. And to be in this spot with the 4 planets and 1 moon right there on the horizon, just off to the right, and then to be on an electromagnetic hotspot, like to get all of these things lined up: volcano, electromagnetic hotspot, and all of those on the horizon at that level. It took me a very long time to find this spot here. Yeah, so the thumbnail for this episode, today's show episode, is Queen Arachnia on her new planet. And so yeah, we're going to delete this one, and then we're going to go to that one and check it out. So we'll just take a little look through here real quick. And I need to remember, forgot to look while I was outside. I can't remember. Oh, okay, there it is. It's like, where the hell is the base computer? Alright, once again, wait, or is this one it? No, that's the antimatter reactor. Did I put... Nope, those are both antimatter reactors. So we're gonna, once again, set up the base salvage capsule. Hey, so much. So many things in my inventory. Let's kick some of this over to the freighter. I'm gonna have to really sort out this mess later. Oh, so much. Here we go. Oh, so wild. Oh, that's a whole ass feeling. It's like glide down ever so slowly. Come on. There we go. Wait a second. What? What? Oh, right. Okay, I have a base for a sentinel ship over there. No, wait, no, that's a multi-tool, staff weapon. It's a pretty cool little Havoc A-class Havoc staff weapon. Hey, Andre, welcome in. Glad you could join us today. We have deleted 3 bases. Oh. Hard to do, necessary. But I archived 2 and moved 1, so it's not like it's a total loss. I can always revive either of the archived ones, and at least one of them I definitely want to. It'll just have to be the right time. Might have to end up revamping a bunch of stuff in order to, you know, spark my creativity again. Alright, and then, okay, so just created that save file, and Queen Arachnia's new home is on a different file. So we're going to go and do that now. Then we're going to come back to that one because that's the save file that we're going to build on the new community center at the No Man's High 420 event system that we just spent the last few streams at. Here we go, Arachnia 2, because I haven't renamed the base yet. Starting a new save is not something you would do. Actually, I have. Like, I have several old saves that were, like, old, expedition save files, and I have those. But I ran out of room, and I still want to build on that save file, so deleting and restructuring things was for the better anyway, and just to get everything cleaned up and organized. So I just like I do have a bunch of nostalgia stuff out there that I just haven't had the heart to delete, even though the planets are shit now. And but at the same time, I also I have 6 active save files for building, and it's a lot to manage already. And adding another one, while feasible and absolutely doable, I want to get things where they're a little bit more stable before I try to do something like that, and then go through each different save file and document everything all the way across. And then that'll give me really easy understanding of what is where now that I've done all this rearranging. So let's take a look at her new home. So I was able to get a volcano with the electromagnetic hotspot, not as high up into the atmosphere as or as she originally was. And we do have one planet, one pretty large ringed planet right up there. It's not what I'd hoped, but it's way better than not having a volcano. So I'm so happy that she's at her new home, and we'll take a tour through the inside. I still need to do some tweaks. She's not sitting in here exactly the way I wanted her to. And I had to kind of put her in like an odd kind of spot. I might need to twist her around a little bit. The legs aren't touching the way she used to stand on the volcano. Of course, the volcano is shaped a little different too. So I do need to tweak it a bit. To get it just right. And somewhere along the way, one of the pyramids like is missing off of this leg, and I can't remember for sure. Like that one might have been buried in the volcano, so I was not able to do it. So I don't know. We'll see. I can still tweak it in Blender, but it sure is nice to have her back on her volcano, or a reasonable facsimile of her volcano. Why am I stuck? What the hell? This did not happen earlier. That is super strange. I'm gonna have to patch that hole real quick. Where's the doorway? Oh, I did I'll fuck with that later. But here we are. It's all lit up the way it's supposed to light up now. I have 3 saves. It is a lot to manage to carry them over whenever there's a major update, such as the purple systems. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Andre. It is a nice place for a base. I got 1 save left. Blender gobbles up parts. No joke. You can drop 3,000 parts in 1 second. You are not kidding there. Yeah, so this is what she's supposed to look like on the inside. And all right up there with all the lighting up. We've got all the EM generators all lit up and pointing to our focal point, our reactor. We've got all this management system. I just love how this turned out. I still absolutely love this base. Here we go. We've got the little walkways down underneath. A lot of people don't even know that this is down here. I had these going, the livestock units, but they make so much noise. It's just a nightmare when you're like on this base. It's just so loud. We go all the way down. And we're going to test to see if this works. Just realized my volume was on my little monitor phone. So you can see I made this arrow for people. Most people miss this too. And you just fall straight down. Oh, I missed it. There we go. And now we're inside the volcano. Oh, weird. How are we? Oh, it fucked with the volcano. That's hilarious. It normally makes the volcano disappear, but it just shortened it. Oh no. Oh no. It used to just delete it and then you reboot it and it would come back. Oh no. I hope that didn't screw things up. Alright. So let's come up here. I'll create a save point. In fact, no, we won't do that. We're just going to reload the autosave. When was that? Let's do the reload restore point. Let's do that instead. That's a little bit earlier. That's all right. There we go. Eeks! Alright, we're good. But I am going to have to go back and delete all of that from the inside of the volcano. I was going to have... The original plan was... I was going to have this whole secret layer set up underneath there. And just deck it out with a lot of really fun stuff. And then there was an update after I completed the base, or almost completed the base, that made the volcano disappear every time you went through the short-range teleporter. But now it just makes the volcano squat down into the ground. That is super weird. So, damn. That sucks. But that'll save like 100 base parts, I think. So there we are. There is the Queen's new digs. I like it enough to be happy for now. But if I do ever find a planet that's closer to what her original planet was, she might get moved again. She might just get moved again. We'll have to see. But I do want to create a save point. And then we'll go back to the other save file. All right, and I'm just going to grab a beverage for a second. Be right back. And I'm back. I also had a little snack. Drinking my chocolate dirty chai. On one of Delta's planets, I made a bat cave inside a mountain where you can burst through the wall with the pilgrim. Nice, Andre. I dig it. I like that. I had a really nice build that got whacked by Worlds 1. I pulled the good stuff out of it and used it on other builds. Yeah, like I'm a big fan of that. That was another thing I did. Let's see, is it on this build? On this? No, it was on the previous. I had to make some room for uh, the Queen, and so I went and deleted part of a base that I had already moved to yet another save file. And it was a giant mushroom from my base that was originally called Mushroom Valley Observatory. And it had one massive, like, 1,500 piece mushroom, about 15 stories tall. And then that got the giant mushroom got deleted, and I left all the small mushrooms and all the other stuff. So it's still like a 1,500 part base. And I'll eventually move all of those mushrooms because the planet is okay, but I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what the future holds for it. Uh, so we're here. Since we're here, I don't know if everyone currently watching has seen this freighter. So since we're here, I thought I'd just pop in and show. I got a nice refiner room. Color glitched these in here. Here's all the storage containers. Nothing super special there. And then here's my arboretum. Welcome to the arboretum. Lots of giant mushrooms growing. Lots of giant nip-nip hanging off the ceiling too. Over to my version of 10 forward. I gotta say, I do like having the NPCs roaming around the freighters. It's just really nice. It doesn't feel so lonely. And just like all my bases with bars, I've got my bartenders, my jelly bartenders. And then we go off to see my warp core. I love how this one turned out. I've got another warp core that I did, and I kind of like it, but I think it's way too busy and I need to refine it a bit. This one I like. It turned out really nice. It's pretty simple. It was very difficult to do and get it all right and get everything lined up. You can just barely see that there is a light fissure, an expanded light fissure, and the light just wraps around the center column. Yeah, that was the model for it. Was basically the Enterprise, Star Trek style, and you can see like some dilithium crystals in there, and then the little chamber. I wish you could see through it to see the crystals inside of it, but you can at least see the crystals on the outside, and they go up all the way up through. There's a couple of different layers of them, and you can see that. Like getting this to line up, this is the base of the crystal. To getting it to line up so where that pattern went all the way around just the outside. Oh my god, that was a nightmare getting that on both of those. But it was so worth it in the end. and then having the globe also fit with inside. I wanted it to just barely fit on the outside, but that isn't, the base of that isn't actually fully round. It's a little oblong. So part of it would stick out and the other part wouldn't. So I just had to shrink it down so all of it fit inside. And then put the lights up there for that cool blue effect. And then back here we've got, no. Where's it? Oh, went the wrong way. And back here we've got the little science station. Different little stations where people do their work. And then off the back, got all of these exocraft summoning stations. And then here is sort of a research and development for other styles of warp core. This was just a mock-up of the same kind. I had shot a tutorial for it and just never got around to editing it, or even writing a script. So yeah, I'm really great about shooting stuff for videos, but I'm really terrible about actually executing the videos. So yeah. But yeah, so there's this base right here. This freighter anyway. Oh, and I've got this rooftop bar. Just a little 4-seater bar. And then these were going to be crew quarters, but I started to quickly run out of base parts available for this. If I ever decide to come back and work on that, I will probably delete the R&D stuff. Oh, I should get back. And then all this stuff up here, I kind of glitched this into place. Normally can't build up here. Hey there, Damien, welcome in. How are you doing today? Hope your day is going well. This was not easy to put all this stuff right here. I had to do this crazy slide maneuver. So you have to, so nothing will build up here. So you got to do this. Wait, where did it green state? So say I want to pop it over there. So you have to, you have to time it just right. Have to get it right to where it flips over. It's not easy. There we go. So you got to do crazy shit like that in order to get it to work. I mean, you could probably do it. You might be able to do it in Blender. I've never really tried. But I would hate that. I'd be afraid that it would screw something up. I don't know. But yeah, not easy, but it's doable. And then this is going to be like a big storage room area. this was starting to be some like interesting crew quarters. Couple of different little, got a little balcony off the bedroom, and I was going to divide all of this out into different rooms. Got some trees growing. Yeah. So stuff like that. Cruise back on through the Arboretum. And let's go back to the community center. I think we're all set up to go back there and do those things. I did a bit of work since Sunday's stream, and the base just started to take on this form that I was kind of just not expecting. So let's head on over there and I'll show you that. Gotta reset YouTube on my phone real quick. There we go. Now it's working. YouTube's been really weird lately. Not sure what's going on. It's like not showing me all of the comments, and also just not showing me an accurate count of how many people are actually watching. A little bit annoying. Not sure why it's taken us so long to get there. That's kind of weird. Yeah, YouTube was only reading that there were 2 people watching. I reset it, and then it said there were 10, and then I reloaded it on a different device, and it said there were 7. So that's weird. All right, so I started making this structure, like this little fun little dome thing, and I played around on the inside, but it started to take shape. You know, I put those compound bulbs up there at the top, and so we had our teardrop shape going, and I started looking at everything, and suddenly a pattern started to emerge, and it started looking like a fish. And so I started making it look like a fish. And then I ran out of base parts last night and realized that I needed to do some major overhauling in order to get base parts. But I like how this was starting to turn out. And so we got a fish base going. And that's what we're going to work on today. Fish head, roly-poly fish head. Exactly, Andre. Yeah, right, Eric. Yeah, it takes a couple of minutes for it to load. I was having a problem with that on another system, And there were times where it would take 10 or even 15 minutes. And one time it took over 20 minutes to load in. It was such a pain and very frustrating. So yeah, I was thinking this might be fun to like turn into an anglerfish kind of vibe. I think I want to turn these little fins around, go the other direction, I think. Because I think they should slope the opposite direction. Eat them up, yum. A connoisseur. So yeah, I've got some ideas brewing for this. I was, like you can see, I was working on the tail. I was putting another triangle right here. And then it said, oh no, you're out of parts. So, yeah, we're working on a fish today. And let's see, I'll start back here with the tail again. Since that's where I left off. Wait a minute, how did I... Okay, so I like to have those going in the same direction. And what was I going to do? Oh, yeah. Go up here, we're going to do like I normally do, some color glitching. Because I can't leave well enough alone most of the time. Hey there, Double Tap. Good to see you in. How are you today? All right, where was I? Oh yeah, I was doing this. Ba-ba-ba. Archway or doorway? Let's see here. All good here. I like to hear that Double Tap. No, I don't think I like that. I think an archway would be better. Okay, still have that. The arch. The tricky part is getting something that'll kind of fit in that triangular space. Oh, this planet is a little bit loud. Super quiet in here. Pretty loud and windy out here. I think I might turn down the ambient sounds because that's bugging me a little bit. Let's drop that down to 55. Hey, dead parrot. I am back on the in the 420 system. I don't know if you saw this building that I was working on in the last live stream. but it has taken on a new fantastical shape. Let's get some light. And we have a fish. It just, you know, when you're messing around with parts and an unexpected shape starts to happen, and you're like, you know, let's explore that. Let's check that out. Let's see where that takes us. And this is where it took me. Oh man, I don't like that gap right there. I think I could fill that in with something else though. Oh, you know, I think I know what I can fill that in with. Like a puffer fish and a stingray. I was thinking like an angler fish maybe. All right, double tap. What's for dinner tonight? But I was thinking like some big sharp teeth like lining this opening right here would be cool. And then have little angler thing and then some spiky fins that go down the back and meet up. That's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. And then so I didn't like the way the corners of this part were working out when I originally laid all this out, but I think the pattern that emerged last night when I was building complements it really nicely and makes it look a lot cleaner. And that's really when I put those in and I had put the compound bulbs, I was like, wow, those look like eyes. What if I put a couple of spheres there and turned them into like eyes? And then all of that together is like, oh man, this is an anglerfish. That's what this is. It's an anglerfish. So I started building the tail, ran out of base parts, and that's why we started this stream deleting bases that I had archived earlier today. And if you go back earlier in this later on, Dead Parrot, I I showed off the Queen Arachnia's new home. And oh, I should have put the cords up. We can do that later, maybe toward the end of the stream. We can revisit, and I can throw the cords up at the end. So, yeah. So that's where we're at. Atlas saved the queen. You got that right. Oh yeah, so we deleted the original queen as well. That was such a weird feeling, I gotta tell you. So strange. Oh, let's see if this is... I feel like there's something better that will fit in here, but I'm not sure what. I do want to try this though. Copy that. Hmm. Trying to get this to just settle on top. Might not work. What about this? Let's change that up a little bit. I do have the scaling glitch going on, right? Not glitch. The scaling mod on. And then let's see here. Let's copy that. Spin that around. Alright, I'm going to need to place that there. And then I need... that's not quite what I'd hoped would happen. Maybe this might work. It's not quite the right angle. Let's just see what it looks like anyway. Oh, that's not bad, but also not quite what I was hoping it would look like. Hey, Christy. How are you doing? You've been lurking? Right on. How are you doing today? Hope you're having a good day. We could all use good days. I do think I want to need to think about that little triangle area for a minute. The best way to do that is to do something different. So all right, what I want to do here is replace those glass tiles with just for continuity of look. Because of the other fins are solid and not glass. Because Sean won't give us glass triangles. So I wanted to do that. Gotta flip that around so it's looks the same as the other side. There we go. That's a little more uniform. I like that. And then the center one is still clear, so you can still look down underneath. Oh, and then oh wait, no, we needed the long ones. Oh wait, did I delete the long one? I think I deleted the long ones. No, there's some up here at the top. I forgot. And I do like the pattern up on the top there. That turned out really nice. Little forked tail. That'll be good for like a couple of little seating areas. And then for more continuity of look and of vibe. Yeah, I think that works. Oops. Okay. Do. Oh yeah. That's starting to tie the whole thing together, as it were. So all in all, like all of the shifting and deleting of parts and moving to new planets and all of that, I did almost all of it in about 2 hours right before the stream. I got a really late start because we had, so last week we had people out to cut down a bunch of really large trees that were causing problems for our house, and they returned today way earlier than they originally were going to in order to grind the stumps down, and it was just a complete surprise. So I had to stop everything in order to deal with all of that. So that really put me behind today, and I moved base parts like I've never moved base parts before. Like I moved the giant, I went and deleted the old giant mushroom from that base, moved Queen Arachnia over to a new place, deleted that on stream, deleted 2 other bases. So all in all, I moved around roughly 8,000 base parts, like in a couple of hours, just going back and forth between the game and Blender and goat fungus. It was a whirlwind trying to get all that done right before stream so I could have everything set up. Oh, you got to go feed the cat, Eric. I still got a little bit before mine get fed. Oh, I forgot up here in the front. I need to figure out what I'll use for big sharp teeth up here. All the pets are getting fed. That is such a trippy shaped head. They are so strange looking, and I love it. Rarg, rarg. Okay. So let's spin these around so they're facing the opposite direction. I think it's going to look better that way. No. That was the wrong spin. All right. I did not line them up the first time very well. That's all right. Can change that. Okay, I've got them overlap just a little bit, so I'm going to try to maintain that same distance. Oh, nope. Move up a little bit more. I think that's about close enough. Oh yeah, that looks better. That looks better. So next, still trying to decide if I like that or not, and whether or not I want to open these up to like so you can walk out here. That'll make it actually functionally. Wonder if no, can't do that. We would need right triangles for that, Sean. Hey, Atlas Galacticus, how are you doing today? We're building a fish. My pet fish, Eric. All right. How am I going to start this? I'm going to work on the fins next, like the top fin. Basically, okay, I think that's pretty good. I think I got that out. I think I got that pretty solidly, actually. Pretty close. Not exact, but it's close. All right. So what I want to do next is, this is kind of a tricky thing that I'm trying to do here. I'm doing fantastic because Activision just confirmed that they're actually adding career mode to the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3+4 remake. Oh, nice! That's awesome. I've never played that game, but that sounds awesome. Oh, I just realized that I had my mic not on, so you didn't hear any of the last 5 minutes of my cat climbing in my lap and getting a face full of fur and all those kinds of things. So yeah, um, I've got an idea that I want to do for this, and it's coming along all right, I think. It lined up better than I thought it was going to. And let's see if I can get it to continue on in that fashion. I think. Hold on. Is this going to work for what I want? I do not know. Okay. I don't know that this is going to work for what I want. Oh man, I might have to come back to this. Okay, I might come back to that. Next, I want to look through and figure out what I can do for teeth. And oh, you know what I want to try? I don't know that it's going to work, but let's do it anyway. We're going to get this light. And let's see, what color do we want to use? I think I want to try this white and purple. come back here at the igneous crystal, and I want to see what color that makes. Okay. That's cool. Not what I expected or what I wanted, but that's kind of cool. Alright, let's check this out again. I don't know that we're going to get what I'm looking for. Light gray, white and gray. Let's try that. So I thought these could be interesting as like big teeth. Oops. Oh, they actually are gray. Huh. So the light, the circle light has the freighter colors attached to it. So when you're doing your color glitching, just like when I use the emergency light over there for classic colors to change the newer parts with, so you can use that part that has the freighter colors in order to color other things as well. And it's not quite what I was looking for. I don't know. I wanted something a little more white, stark white, because teeth, you know. So for now, I'm gonna delete those. Go ahead and delete that. And I want to check out the color palettes for wood. Nope. And the metal alloy. Ooh. Let's see if this will get us what we're looking for. Color glitch over. Let's check out the igneous crystal now. Nope, that did not turn, but you can see how it's a different color gray than it was before. It has this sort of odd tan color as the light source instead of the white that we saw earlier. That's one of the things with doing some of these color changes, that they don't always come out the way you're hoping that they come out. Yo, Indestructible, welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. Lurk away, my friend. And just so you can get a quick overview real quick. Building an anglerfish. It just kind of spontaneously started vibing in this direction, so that's what I started going with. That's where we're at. What else? What else can we use as potential teeth? I mean, there's always the fingery deposit. I was hoping to find something a little bit different. That does give us our basic tooth-like structure. And then we would come up here. And add these teeth in. Not quite what I had in mind, but we might be able to tweak that into something better. Not terrible. Not terrible. See if we can get this to go in straight. Nope. Of course not. Nope, still not. No, it's just going to go one way or the other. Yep. I can mess with that though. Oh, I can do this. And let's see, can we get this to fit in here right? No, that's not going to do the thing. I just have to do it this way and then manually move it. Now that looks weird with one single tooth sitting right there. So let's give this a shot. I don't like it when it does that. It just sinks it all the way inside. I was hoping to just like angle it like this. Maybe if we stack one on top of the other. Nope, they just sink right into each other. Okay. Yeah, let's grab one of those, copy, bring it over here. Adjust it to the angle that we want. Free place it. Copy that. So that's a little bit better angle. I think it could work. And then we'll do tilt a little bit. That's a little better. I think we want to tilt it even more. This might be working. We could always shift it around, make it do something else. That's not bad. That's actually kind of fun. Try to match that same angle, which is not always easy. That's better. Although that one should be a little bit lower. That one too. Should be a little lower. Okay, make that better already. Took a shower, washed dishes. Pot time. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. Okay, so I want to change these out. I think it would be better suited as a different part. Alloy parts, right. I'm going to go with the alloy roof gable. So it has that like whole fish lip vibe to it. And the trick is doing it for this going up around the arc. Might need one of these. And why is that not? Should be. Alright, we're going to have to do an adjacency glitch. Oh, that was very much the wrong direction. No, no, no. God dang it, Bobby. Okay. That did not work. So, let's do this. Oh man, it's just sinking into it. That's too high. I'm trying to do here is get some spacing so that when I try to put that part back on again, it might fall right where I want it to. Just one of those things where you got to keep messing with it until it does what you need it to do. Hopefully. Oh, that's uneven. I think that's pretty close. Oh, what? Oh, that's not right. Okay. That's sitting up too high. That's ridiculous. Actually, I needed that. I did not need to throw that away. Gotta get it just right. Oh, so close. Did I delete those wires? No, looks like the wires are still there. Oh wait, but not for those two, where I want to bring, okay. So the piece I just dropped is too tall, and it obscures the teeth up on the top. So let's do this. And then I can delete the two walls that are kind of getting in the way of what I want to accomplish. Alright, and then we'll do this. We'll come back here. Not cooperating. So we can delete that since I put a placeholder over there. Add a couple more of these. Or one more. very tricky to line this up right here. And, you know, same as always, you can feel free to join my game and tool around in the same system. If you want to add stuff to the community center, like a dance floor, I'm totally open to that. I've got enough parts to go around for now. And if you don't have it, there's my friend code. You can post yours and I'll add you if we're not already friends. And what the heck? I'm right here. I'm going to do a heist. Heist! Oh yeah, I'd love to go in game right now, but it would kill my download. Yeah. Oh, that sucks. Sucks so bad. Okay. Just need to adjust this. It's not sitting in there right, but that's about the right height, I think. The teeth are a little bit taller here. And these are kind of a placeholder for now, and you know, if I find something better, I will certainly do that. I could go back a little bit more. This time, try to get this lined up better. It's really difficult because that kind of tucks in to the top of that piece, the small wall piece. It's really difficult to see whether or not it's level. Oh, even worse. That's better. That's definitely better. Now I want to try... reestablish our color change glitch. And what was that part that I was... oh yeah. I don't know if this is going to look good or work at all. We're going to try it since it's the correct height. And the other thing we're using is not. That looks like it might work. If nothing else, like I keep saying, it'll work as a placeholder for something better later on if I find something. But this starts to give us some shape that feels like we're accomplishing something. Okay, why is that not? Starting to take shape. I like how this is going. Why will it not fit in there? Nope, there's only one. Usually it only does that if there's two of the same thing occupying a spot. That's it. Oh, that's pretty good, actually. It'd be great if I could do this piece all the way around, but given how short these are, it's not super feasible. I could probably do something like this. Might be a little more tedious than what I want to do. Oh man, I did all that adjustment and it wouldn't let me free place it. Okay, free placement is enabled. Okay. I don't know. Shrinking it down works, but I don't know. That's another thing I'll have to think about. Alright, I'm going to step away for just a quick minute for a bio break. If you need to take off and do other things, I just want to let you know I appreciate you dropping by for as long as you were able to. And yeah, I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. And I'm back. What'd I miss? Okay. Alright, let's get back at this. Delete that out. Move these back forward. Okay, why are you not? Come on. Go where you're supposed to. That's not where you're supposed to. I suppose I don't have to have those other parts in that spot, but it sure would be nice to get them in there. Oh, that's weird. Why is it not? There's so many snap points, though. Wait, is that actually it? I think that's actually it. I don't know. Haha, yes, perfect. Oh, that could not have gone better. Nice. I am happy. Although that one is not where it's supposed to be, I don't think. Oh, it's connected. Oh. I think it actually is fine. Super weird though. Alright, so now I can delete that and delete that. I think it's connected, right? That should be up further front though. So I'm gonna try one more shot if I can get, I don't know if I can reach that part or not. Let's go under on the inside. That's the part. I might just need to be that way. Might not have a choice on that. Oh. Wait a second. Did that do it? Did that put it in its place correctly? I don't think it did, but it's like the next best thing, I think. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, I think that works. I think it fits the flow of the original lines. And it makes the pattern, the window pattern, go the way it's supposed to. So I think we're good. So I can delete that. Still don't know how I'm going to accomplish this fin. I've got a really specific thing in mind, and I don't want to give it away just yet. Okay, I'm coming around on these as teeth. I think this is looking all right here. Hopefully it'll be day soon so we can get... I'll just switch over to camera mode. Get some light on the subject. Okay, I think I'm liking the teeth, and what we might do is get some smaller teeth to fill in between these large ones, and I think it'll look better, a little closer to what I had in mind. I do. I like how this is turning out. This is better than I anticipated, I think. If I find something better to do teeth-wise, I think I'll try that. Let's take a minute just to go through some of our parts. Of course, none of these are going to work. No. And they're either like not the right shape or the right color. That wouldn't look right. It would be wild if these could be color shifted to white, but there's no EM field here. It's kind of off in the distance where over there on the other side of that hill, I think. Oh no, there it is right there. You can see the EM generators that I put up right there in the distance. That's where the EM field was. I forgot to check that before I started building. And so if you weren't here before, this is a crash site for a Sentinel fighter right there. So what you would want to do is come here with multiplayer off so that the ship should spawn in for you. It's pretty slick looking, mostly black with a little blue on the back end. It's nice. It's a C class, but you know, you can totally upgrade it. Oh yeah, that's one thing I was going to do. See if I can get this. Where's that center line spot? I think that's it right there. Yeah, I think that's it. So do that. And then come back over here to there. And then right there. See how well I did this. And then that's a little harder to do. No, I think we don't need that one. Okay. Because I don't like this gap right here. So we're going to grab this alloy piece right there and snap it to that line that I just laid down. There, that looks better. I could go back and clean up that line a little bit because it's not quite straight. We've got this little lump right here. These two are nice and smooth. It's this last one that's off. It looks like it's in pursuit. Put a wonder projected fish in front of its mouth. Yes, 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 yes. Definitely going to do that. Eat the wagon wheel. Yeah, we will definitely put a giant wonder projected fish in front of it. Oh yeah, we're still working on this back here. See if moving it over just a little bit will get us the right angle. Ooh, that's way better. I think that's doable. That's way better. So much more clean. Oh, what? What is that doing? Huh. Interesting. I don't know if that's functionally workable. Looks interesting though. I didn't realize that those would snap to a triangle like that. Oh, it's a regular size triangle. It's just shrunken down a little, so of course it still has the snap points intact. Primordial big fish, little fish. Yep. Yeah, it'll be kind of obvious. There'll be a wonder projector kind of floating around. We might be able to disguise it though with like a giant piece of coral underneath it. Like, let's move around over there. One of these, the aquatic colony. Just make a giant one. Can make a multi. These change colors. Oh, just parts of it change colors. And just sort of stack some of these around. can hide a wander projector in there, I think. The only other thing is if I moved the whole fish back and then put the wander projector like right down here, so the mouth of it is coming right over this ledge, maybe. That's a possibility that we could toy with. Oh, look at these. They're kind of poking way underneath. I might need to adjust that. Yeah, very easily done. I think that might even be better than doing all of this, because I feel like this giant thing is going to detract from the overall vibe of what we're doing here. And I can just push this whole structure back and it'll mostly be hovering over this. I'll move the landing pads, but you'll still be able to land close enough by to get that ship. And it'll kind of look like the anglerfish lives in this little hole. And it's coming out to just snap up a good fish. Yeah, I think I might do that. There's plenty of places to move landing pads to. And it won't be... I could even turn the fish so that the body is over this part or over this part. Yeah, I think I might do that. Have it lined up, tail over here going that way. I think that's a pretty good idea. So I don't like all this right here. It just looks too out of place and is taking up too much attention. Yeah, Damien. It's just take it into Blender and like you grab the JSON file from the save editor, then you import it into Blender, and then you can like highlight the whole structure and then just rotate it this way. It's really all you got to do is just rotate it that way. I'll probably move it back a little bit and then put the fish wander projectors just right below here. And then I'll move all of this stuff right here. That can stay. That can stay. Though I might move this a little bit. Overall, it could still just stay there, really. But there's still there's still a nice horizon for the fish to be swimming off into, like that way. You can stand out inside the fish mouth, and you'll see like a nice vista still go out on the fins, and you'll see all of that. I think it'll still look really nice. I chose this little ridge for the reason of this whole vista just being wide open. but with pretty much all sides of this, viewable, um, you'll still be able to see the same vistas all the way around. So I don't think it'll be really losing much of anything by turning the fish sideways. Oh, cool. I thought you meant dismantle and rebuild. Oh, no, no. I don't know Blender. I know Bender. He's funny. True, true. Hey, yo, crisscross, applesauce. What's happening? How you doing, my friend? What do you think of the fish? It started off as just a teardrop dome and started to take a life of its own. And it's going to be like an angler fish. And we're going to spin the whole thing around to this side over here. And then right where the center of this sits now, we're going to do some wonder projectors of some like really big, there's like those big goldfish. And so this will be about to eat some goldfish. Yeah, you did build a giant bender once. It's fantastic. And yeah, feel like fishing all of a sudden. Dome with glass walls always look dope. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Dome of glass walls. Yeah. I love using those. Um, and since right here, we're gonna do this. And yeah, if you haven't already, go check out Chris Cross's channel. Just amazing builds, amazing tutorials. Blows the doors off of just about anything I've done. And you'll find Bender. Go check out Bender. There's so many cool things to check out on Chris Cross's channel. Like, if you haven't already gone, go do it now. Go like, go subscribe, and yeah, he does a lot of other games these days, but it's still some awesome No Man's Sky content. Yeah, I'll probably do some other little fish around. Oh, you mean like building small fish? Maybe, but definitely a bunch of wonder projector fish. Oh, you already took care of Crisscross's link? Ha! Hilarious. Thank you, Christy. Cool, subscribed. I'll check it out. Definitely, Damien. Worth it. Totally worth it. All right. And while you're at it, if you haven't already liked and subscribed, please do that for me as well. It sure helps out the algorithm. And I'm on my snail's pace march to 200 subscribers. I could use all the help I can get. There's always a bigger fish. Maybe make this whole base in the mouth of another bigger one. Oh God. That'd be ridiculous. I did at least free up enough base parts, I think, to accomplish that. And that's earlier on in my video. I showed where I moved the Queen Arachnia, my giant spider build, on the volcano. I moved her and deleted her original location that got nerfed from Worlds. And so we deleted that one today on stream, as well as a couple of others that I archived that just weren't useful anymore. Never finished. Things changed, planets changed. It was time to move on. I got them archived. Might use parts of them later. Who knows? We'll see. Okay. I do like the little fins here on the back. That's coming along pretty nicely. Let's see if how this works. Nope, I liked it better without it. This is alright, but I want to do something better here to fill in this spot. Will that work? Let's just see what that looks like. Nope, that does not look good. And that's not snapping where I want it to snap. I just don't like these right here. The mouth looks like it's about to bite something, so what is it about to eat? Fish, man! Wonder projector fish. Even if I delete a base, I always save for potential future stuff. Yeah, I saved the JSON files for both of the bases I deleted. Well, 2 of the 3 bases I deleted, and the third one I just moved it all together to another planet, and so it's already, but it's also saved for in perpetuity. Why is this not snapping there? It should be snapping right up there, right? Oh, because it doesn't have a square. Oh, that drives me nuts. Alright, come on. There's this weird ass thing where a triangle needs a square. Oh wait, here, we'll do it this way. In order to connect to it. I don't know why Sean thought that was a great idea. I forgot that was a thing. No, that's a little better, but I still want something else right here. It just doesn't look right. It looks weirdly unfinished. And to build down from a small short wall, it has to have a small floor piece for yeah, that I ran into that earlier. Like when I was doing all of this right here, I had started up here, so I had to keep putting squares all the way down so I could go down. Like, it doesn't make a damn bit of sense and it's been that way forever, he's never changed it. It's just bananas, I tell you, bananas. Maybe I'll put some kind of. Oh, wonder what. See what this looks like. Little barnacle growing on its back. Maybe elevate that or something. I don't know. Leave it there for now and let it stew in my brain for a minute. And I've got an idea for the top fins, but I'm having trouble figuring out how to do it. And I might end up having to take it into Blender to do it. So I need to snap a picture of this. Where's the other? Okay. All right. Snap a shot of that. I have to stare at that for a minute to figure out how I'm going to do it. Those new trees as fins? Oh, you mean like the plumage palm, like that? That could be kind of cool, like right over here. Definitely like a side fin though. Like a little kind of thing happening. Probably not in this spot, but that could be a thing. Put some light behind it so you could actually see it. That could make a cool fin. Doing a tail fin almost looks like a tadpole from some angles. It does kind of look like a tadpole, but I've got an idea, and I might ping you about it, Chris, because I'm not as familiar with Blender, but I know that's what would take it home for me. So I might be shooting you a DM over this. But that's kind of cool. I'm sure I could position it better than that. And hide the stem a little better. That's a thought. Maybe glitch bigger, maybe. You won't learn much from me. I only use Blender to move bases and have dabbled in the actual building yet. Oh, okay. Blender is a great video editor, by the way. Yeah, I've heard that. I've been using DaVinci. But according to Enra, it's gotten to be more of a pain in the ass trying to use it with YouTube. So maybe now's a good time to figure out Blender video editing. Okay. So if you don't know what I bet JSlacks will know what I need. JSlacks will definitely know what I need to do in order to figure that out. And then we'll have some big dangle part up here. Oh, I wonder if I wish we could recolor the relic parts. It's like we've got this piece right here, like it is primed for use as the little dangle bobber on an angler fish. I mean, look at that. And then we can do this. Just drop a little line. And let's see, where is... Ooh, what does this look like? Interesting. And then if we candelabra bloom, ha 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 ha! Look at that. Look up Lightworks, cheap and easier than DaVinci. Okay. Alright, I kind of like this. What color do we want to use? There's either this snowy flower thing, or there is just switching it with one of these, like what I use for the eyeball right here. But I kind of like this being different. Now it does look good as an anglerfish for sure. Yeah. Like, and that's just it's just 3 parts. That's kind of perfect. Well, and the wire, but essentially 3 parts. I can delete the wire out somewhere later. I can delete that later if I need to. But yeah. Let's just flip that back to just all white. That could change later. The red's kind of neat. Okay. And so yeah, there will be some like spiky fins along the back. And then yeah, I'll rotate this around and put some big goldfish wonder projectors. Light up this entrance a little bit more. And then outfit the inside, of course. And then delete all my wires. Alright, this is coming along. I'm really liking this direction. Like, talk about happy accidents. This is definitely happy accidents kind of build, and I love that. Absolutely love it. I've been meaning to do more builds where the building itself looks like another object, like this fish. You know, I did an RV. I've got a group of 3 RVs, and 2 of them have kind of animal shapes. One of them's a fox, and the other one's kind of like well, kind of like a fish. And but I've been meaning to do even more of that, and I think this is getting us there for sure. Sounds like you were ready to learn sculpting with wires. I've done. There was a couple of builds where I extensively used wires in order to get everything where I wanted to get. Let me see if one of those is on this. Save file. Nope, it's not on this save file. There's the campers that I was just talking about. This right here is a landing pad with 356 parts on it. Very glowy, pretty cool. Yeah, it's not on this save file, and I don't feel like hopping off the save file. Go into another one for right now. Yeah. So the other things I want to do in this area are like, you know, another like a larger outdoor community center kind of thing, like the community late nights, Onsetter and Enra and Delta. So I might get someone to do a dance floor kind of place with a bar and all of that kind of fun stuff. And just have a few other bases, like people build some close by bases. I think it'll be a lot of fun to zip around between bases and do things. Someone started building this, but they had to go partway through the stream. But yeah, things are coming along nicely. I'm happy with how this build is going. But I think it is where we're going to end it for today. I do appreciate everyone stopping by. Hitting the like, hitting the subscribe. I greatly appreciate all of that. And If you want to join up with No Man's High or my own Discord, the links for those are in the description, as well as the link to Pangalactic Star Cabs. If you need to go anywhere in the No Man's Sky universe, hail a taxi from them and they will take you. Once again, hope you all have a great day. Thank you for coming by. And until next time, see you later.